Previously on The Nadia Effect.
Hello, loves. I'm back. You suck at that. So it's me again. And I just got done working out, and I spent about 30 minutes working out because I'm trying to get back to myself, and you will understand more about what I mean by that when I actually start to talk about this past 8 to 9 months that I just went through.
Maybe it's me. Maybe I am lazy. Maybe I am crazy. Maybe I'm useless and worthless and downright ugly. Maybe all the things that I've said about myself over the course of all these years has been true. Maybe it's all catching up to me now. I just sat on the toilet this morning for at least a good 15-20 minutes crying and pleading with God. And I haven't stopped crying. I think there are so many times that we hold so much that we don't even realize we're holding. Things that God never asked us to hold. That He never asked us to carry. And yet we do. In my mind, I know the things I've gone through this year and the things I've overcome. The things that I'm still in the midst of overcoming. The things I don't see going on behind the scenes. But what I realized this morning is that I'm tired of carrying it. I'm tired of carrying what is God's to carry. What He never intended for me to hold on to so tightly. I'm so clear that this morning. And I wanted to write about it, but I couldn't. Because everything that I would normally do, I don't want to do. Everything that has made sense to me up until this point no longer makes sense. It no longer seems valuable or makes any sense whatsoever. I have been broken open wide this morning. And I'm recording this because I want to remember this moment next year. Or whenever I happen upon this recording. I want this to be a reminder that it's okay to let go of what was never yours to carry. It's okay to be ripped open so that God can put you back together again. It's okay to surrender. So don't be stupid. Don't think you're weak. Don't worry about what anyone else may say or think about you. Be honest. Be more honest. Be more open with yourself. Because unless someone can crawl into your skin and actually feel what you're feeling, actually be where you are in your life, they can't tell you anything about what you need to do or what you should be doing or the direction of your life. They didn't create you. They didn't make you. And more times than not, they won't be there in those moments when you are your most vulnerable. I think that's all. Thanks for listening. So today something happened that brought me back to my old self. You know sometimes how growing up you can be the kid that doesn't fit in, and so every time you're not included in something or it feels like you're being shunned. It almost feels hurtful and like people are being mean, but then people continue to act normal, and so you think that it's you, because possibly it is. So that happened today on my new job, and I thought like that people were being mean. And honestly, I can't figure out a reason for not being included, because I've been included in every other lunch that they've had. But this time there was no asking, and I was like, uh-oh, what did I do? Because that is always my go-to when I feel shunned or like someone's not including me in something. So I'm still trying to figure out what I have to do in order for me to just feel less hurt and to just go with the flow of things, because maybe there isn't anything that you've done or that I've done. Maybe it's just that because it was something more personal, maybe that they didn't want to include me. And I also should preface this by saying that there is one other temp that works for the company, and she wasn't included either. So I don't know what happened. But anyway, that is my musings for today. It's Wednesday, October, what is it? I don't even know what date it is. But I figured I'd come on here because I figured there might be someone struggling with the same thing that I struggle with, which is, feeling sometimes like you're uncertain about your place and feeling hurt by it. And I know that's probably from trauma, but it just goes to show you that sometimes our trauma can trick us into our heads and overthinking things, and sometimes we just need to let things be what they are and not try to make them into something bigger than they actually are. And if there is something bigger going on, then we are all, excuse me, and if there is something bigger going on, then hopefully the people around you are big enough to come to you and tell you, so that you don't get stuck wondering. And I guess that's all I have to say about that. So I will check in again on Friday. Have a great rest of your week. Bye for now. So after some thought, I realized what I had done this morning to piss someone off. And I also realized how important word choices are. So I say all of this. I'm not going to get into it because I do plan on apologizing to the person that I offended. But I just wanted to come back on here and just say that sometimes that words are more important than we think they are. And sometimes we choose the wrong ones. And we hurt people's feelings. And sometimes they don't know how to communicate that. But I guess through this, I learned that my feelings get hurt too. I don't like to be shut out. Because I have so many places in my life where I've been shut out. And so, I know that's trauma. But then after this whole thing happened, I can just feel myself spiraling. Reeling about what I had done and how to fix it. And that's the people pleaser in me. Because I want people to be happy with me. And I don't know how to break that cycle. And I guess
the only way for me to realize, to really break it, is to realize that I'm not perfect. And my intentions in what I say are never malicious, but I understand how someone might take what you say and the words that you use the wrong way. So I just wanted to come back on and say, be careful about the words that you use to express yourself, because sometimes they're not the right words. And the intention behind them is lost because all that person hears is the words that you use and the words that you say. And then you can't take it back. All you can do is apologize and own up to what you've done and forgive yourself, which is always the hardest thing for me, is forgiving myself, because I just never ever want to hurt somebody on purpose. So I probably won't use this in the video because I feel like I'm always crying or I'm always upset about something. But I needed to get this out because I couldn't talk about it with anybody, because I just feel like anybody that I talk to, they'll tell me, oh, well, Nadia, you should have known better. Or they'll make me feel even worse. So I just wanted to get this out, because I realized that as much as I may have hurt her, her shutting me out hurt me as well. And I can try to pretend like I'm strong and like it doesn't matter, but it does, because in the bigger scheme of things, anything that I do is not malicious. But again, the word that I used today was not the right word choice, and I think it hurt her feelings. And I just wish that adults could talk to one another and call people out, because I think it would work out so much better for all of us if, instead of reacting and getting so angry to begin with, that we actually gave people the benefit of the doubt. And so maybe that's my lesson. Maybe I need to learn to give people the benefit of the doubt and give people more grace. And so I'm going to try. I'm going to try harder. But I had to get this all out because I don't want this to happen when I'm talking to her, because I want to just apologize. And I don't want there to be tears, because I don't want it to be about me. But right now it is about me. It's about that wounded part of me that believes that people don't like me. And so they're going to find some reason to not like me. Or that I'm too much. Or that I'm boring. Or all the things that I've told myself over the years that I am. And in those moments when I make a mistake, that's why I spiral. Because I've told myself all these things and I've tried to hold myself to this standard that is impossible to hold myself to. But I think I've gotten it all out now. I just needed to get that out, because I can't pretend like it doesn't hurt. And I can only be upset at myself because I'm the one who made the mistake. And so now the only thing I can do is correct it. And I'll make it known that, she doesn't have to invite me to anything else, but I would really appreciate it if she invited Tina the next time. Because Tina didn't do anything. Tina didn't say anything. She just didn't want to make me feel the way that I made her feel. And whether she admits it or not, I'm still going to apologize. Because I think there were a couple of things that were said to her that were taken out of context. And like I said, I was just trying to be playful and fun. And I guess sometimes that gets lost in translation, and maybe, like I said, and my word choices may not be the best, or I'm just in my head. So there you have it. Figured out the reason, and now I've gotten a good cry about it, and I'm going to be an adult, and I'm going to actually have a conversation about it with the person that I offended. Because that's all you can do. So, thanks for listening. I feel like I had a really weepy week this week. I cried a lot. And I was hesitant to post it on this vlog because I feel like every time I make leeway, and I feel like I feel like I've got some sense or making sense, then something throws me off course, and it turns into a weeping session. So I say all this to say that, of course, I was wrong about the intentions of the people here at the new job. They weren't trying to shut me out. And that when I did go back to apologize, I started to cry again. I don't know why I cry like that. I don't know why I get so weepy and upset over things that are out of my control. But what I have realized is that I am my own person, and I have to love myself, flaws and all. And even if it means that I weep sometimes and at inappropriate times, it's all me. It's all a part of me. So if you're struggling right now with those parts of yourself that are less than perfect, because believe me, we're all less than perfect, then I just hope that this can be some encouragement for you to know that you're okay. You're all right in this world. Even you are imperfect. Even with your imperfections, you are meant to be here. And I think that's all I wanted to say today. It's Friday. I'm glad it's Friday. So begins my weekend, which means that you'll get some writing content for this weekend. I'm sorry that my vlogs have kind of turned into me just talking and walking. But if you came from where I've been over the past 8 to 9 months, then you would understand how important walking is to me now. And movement. And exercise. And being able to move my body because there was a time where I wasn't able to do that during the course of this year. And so, which I will get into more later. But for now, that's all I'm going to say about that. And maybe I'll talk about it this weekend because I keep promising that I'm going to talk about what is going on in my life, and I really don't feel like I've done that. So anyway, I will talk to you more later. Bye for now. Hello, loves. So I just finished a workout, and I wanted to stop in and just wish everyone a great weekend, and also tell you how excited I am to jump back into writing this week, because that is really my favorite part of the week. Like, that is the benefit or the prize of working a full-time job, is being able to, at the end of the week, say goodbye to the job and live the dream. And I'm not saying that the rest of the week I'm not living the dream, but on the weekend I get to become a full-time writer, and I get to do all the things that I love to do that make my heart sing. And since I have been talking about bringing color back into my life, one of the things that I've been doing to bring color back into my life is hanging out with family this month, and friends and people that I really care about, and also just writing. And now I've gotten back into the gym and started exercising again, because before all this stuff happened at the end of last year into the beginning of this year and beyond that, I was going to the gym regularly, and it made me feel better. It made me feel good. It kept the dark thoughts at bay, and overall I just felt better. I know that the weight that I lost, I've probably gained back, and I just, it's not about weight for me anymore, because I feel like I am proud of myself in anybody, and I'm proud of my body, whatever my body can do, because there are some people that wake up in chronic pain every day, and they're not able to get up and exercise and do the things, for their body that might make them feel better. And so the fact that I can do that is excellent, and I am grateful for that, because it does help my dark thoughts to stay at bay. So I just wanted to check in and say that the workout is over, and now I'm headed home, and I'm gonna hop in the shower, and I'm gonna get ready to start my writing day. So I'll check in with you later. Have a great day. Okay, so confession time. Do you ever feel like the story that you're writing is bigger than you and bigger than your ability at the time? I'm starting to feel that way with Shadiah and her story. There's all these elements that I want to add in that are driving me crazy, because I cannot figure out how to make them work in the story. And the editing and revision phase of writing a novel is so hard for me, because this is my 4th draft of this book. And in this draft, what I wanted to focus on was making sure that when I get to the end of this draft, that I have a fully fleshed out story that makes sense. Because in drafts before this, I don't really care about that. I just want to get words on the page, and I want to make sure that I have a semblance of a story down, and so that I then have something to work with in, drafts after that. But this story feels bigger than me. It makes me want to cry sometimes because I'm like, I don't know if I can do this. I don't know if I can write this. I don't know if I'm too close to the story and I just can't see my way out of it. I don't really know, but I know today I felt this as I was writing it. I felt this sense of overwhelm, and the scene that I was writing is a pivotal scene for her because she's been raised to believe one thing about her father and how he died. And this new character that I'm introducing may have information for her that will completely blow that out of the water. And I don't know that I can write it. I don't think I can. I think that the story has become bigger than me, and I am suffering from imposter syndrome, which I don't really like to talk about because I always tell myself that imposter syndrome is useless. But I really think that I'm feeling imposter syndrome. Like, I'm never going to finish this book, and it's never going to be what I want it to be. The one thing I can always count on, though, is that when I do put a book out, it is the best book that I want it to be. That is the one thing I can count on. So I know that this book will not come out before I have completely fleshed out everything that I feel needs to be fleshed out. But I also want to publish next year, because this is only my fourth book, my fourth novel. There are people that have written multiple novels, which is why I would like to start publishing more regularly. But I also know me, and I also know that I'm not going to put out a book that I'm not proud of. So I guess the only thing I can do at this point is to continue to develop the story, continue to write, and continue to edit. And then I feel like just in living my life, because this happened to me when I was writing Unmasked, things will come together. And I just have to believe in that, and believe in myself, and believe in my abilities. And so this is a message for any of you out there that are suffering from writer's block, imposter syndrome, whatever you're suffering from where you think you just can't do it and it's just never going to come together. I want you to know it's going to come together, but you have to push through this part. This part where you stop believing in yourself, you stop believing in the story, and you don't even know if you're capable of writing the story. You have to push through it. And so tomorrow, again, which is Sunday, I'm going to get up and I'm going to try again. Because the session wasn't a complete waste of time, because I did get words on the page and I do feel like I understand what I wanted the scene to be. But it's just after that I'm concerned. So there's that. So anyway, I just wanted to check in and give you just a little bit of inspiration and let you know that even when you feel like things are coming together, sometimes they fall apart, and that's okay. Because you as a writer can make them come together again. And so as a writer, as a creator, that's what I plan to do. So I'll check in again with you later. Have a great day. Bye. Good morning, loves. So I am back at the library again. It's one of the same libraries I use because it's the one in my neighborhood, to do my second day of writing for the week. And like I said yesterday, I am feeling this onslaught of imposter syndrome, and like this book is bigger than me. But I know that if I just keep pushing through, that everything will come together, because I felt this similar kind of like, I can't do this when I was writing Unmask, and I didn't know how the story was going to come together. And then it eventually did come together. So my message here is that, sometimes we just need to push through, and we need to keep going, because we don't know the surprises that lay on the other side of the push. So I hope everyone's having a great Sunday. I'm going to take you guys into the library, and I'm going to get started with my writing for the day. Hope everyone's well. Bye for now. Hello, loves. So I just finished a 30-minute workout, and I'm back at home. And I thought I would record kind of like my last check-in for the day today. It's Sunday, and tomorrow I go back to work, and it was a really productive weekend. The writing, so you remember how I was talking about imposter syndrome yesterday. Well, today I went in with a fresh set of eyes and a fresh head, and I was able to put more words on the page, and words that I was happy with, and I was able to move the story forward. So just like I was telling you earlier, that sometimes we get to the point in the story where we've gone over it so many times that we have to kind of push through the slog of it all. And I think I'm starting to slog through this story, because this is, after all, my fourth draft. And my focus this time is to make sure that the story is tight and the plot is tight. And then the next one will be for me to add all the finishing touches, because that is going to be my final draft. I'm not working on this book anymore after the 5th draft, because that will be the final draft. And I like to take my books through at least 4 or 5 drafts before I'm happy with them. So I feel like I'm right on target. I think that so far I'm happy with the story. I just want it all to come together, because I really, really would like to publish in the first quarter of 2025. So until I see you on Tuesday, which is when I will be recording again, I hope everyone is staying well, and we will be talking again soon. Bye for now.
We've had him on the wanted list ever since. Carl Hendricks. That's him. He lives beyond April. Bring him in. And